It's time to test your stance. We are now on the range because we did all the practice, all the dry fire, all the work in the previous videos at home in dry fire. So that means we get to take our skills, we've already worked on them, and now put them to test on the range. So today, we're gonna first do is stance. So when we're doing these drills and everything, we're gonna dry fire it first, and then we're going to live fire it. Dry fire is always first. We're gonna do 3 drills in order to test our stance. I have specific targets made for this, so that is what we're going to use in order to test our stance and make sure we're doing it properly and the way we did it at home, like in my previous stance video. The first drill we're going to do is the arch target. So this is a very specific target I designed in order to see how much we're rocking back in our stance while we're shooting. We're going to create our stance. All right, we're going to keep our weight forward on the balls of our feet. We're going to get nice and low and aggressive. We're going to push our toes, our balls of our feet into the ground. It's going to be a very stable foundation. For the arch target, we're going to dry fire first to make sure our stance is in place. Even though we want good grip and good trigger control, those are secondary to how we are feeling the stance. The stance is our #1 priority. Okay. We're going to double check to make sure our gun is unloaded. Nothing to feed it, nothing in its mouth, nothing to feed it, nothing in its mouth, okay? Create our stance. We're going to work from the hand clap position. This is going to be a one-shot drill, meaning we're going to come up, shoot 1 shot, and then immediately come back down. So, when you're ready, present out, feel your stance, and press. Present out, press. Present out, press. When you're ready, then we can go live. All right, we're going to feel our stance. We're going to make sure we stay in the blue zone. We can enter the green zone, but that means we're rocking back a little bit. If we're in the yellow zone, we're rocking back a little bit more than we should. And if we're in the red zone, we're rocking back way too much, and we have to adjust our stance accordingly. So let's put it to the test. All right, I was in the green zone. Okay, I was in the blue zone. So you're watching your sights while you're shooting this target to see how much they lift. You're also feeling your body to feel if you're rocking back. We're aiming at the white star. Again. Good. That felt really good. I didn't feel like I rocked back at all. My sight showed me I didn't. So this is what it's going to look like if you are rocking back, okay? I'm going to relax a little bit. I'm so used to my stance, it's hard to do anything else. Okay, did you see me rock back? I felt myself rock back. Okay, my gun rocked back way a lot. I was all the way in the red zone on that one. So we're gonna adjust our stance. I'm gonna sink into it a little bit more, lean a little bit more forward, bring my chin and my head out. That helps get my weight distributed to the balls of my feet. Sink into it. Good. That was blue zone. So that is the first drill. Now, we're just gonna sidestep over to the second drill. In this drill, we are focused on the stripe target. Again, our main focus is going to be the stance. So the stripe target has a white line through the center of it. We're gonna put the stripe target, instead of vertical, it's going to be horizontal. So our goal with the stripe target is to make sure that our sights are returning to where they came from. This is the second part of stance. It's to not only not rock back and not be pushed back by the gun, but to help the sights return. And that's where our arms come in. So we're gonna unload our gun and dry fire this. Just like in the first drill, our second drill, we are going to dry fire it first. Okay, 1 shot. This is a 1-shot drill. So we're gonna start in hand clap, Make sure our gun's unloaded, nothing to feed it, nothing in its mouth. Nothing to feed it, nothing in its mouth. We're gonna present out and we're gonna make sure our arms are in their sockets. Okay, we're gonna feel it in, okay? Everything's coming together and compressing. Present out. When you're ready, dry fire. Okay, that's going to help the gun return instead of, because when you rock back, the gun wants to stay up like this and you have to manually force it down. With this target, this is going to help us manually force it down with our arms and our body instead of just staying up. Okay, dry fire again. Good. Dry fire again. Good. All right. Now we can put it on paper. Okay. All right, watching our sights to make sure that they don't hang, they come right back down. Good. Returned. 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 All right, so I'm going to show you what it looks like on video for when you're rocking a little bit and you're hanging when the gun recoils instead of returning. Ooh. See how the gun stays up? Oh, I'm going to do that again and not go to slide lock this time. Okay, see how the gun is pointed slightly up? It's towards the top of the paper, top of the blue stars. So, to counteract that, I'm going to pull my arms in and back, and that's going to help it return. There we go. There we go. That's what we're looking for. We're now going to move on to the third drill where we combine both of the points we worked with in the stance of the rocking back and the staying up. We're going to combine those together on the foundation target. This is target I specifically designed for this, specifically to work on your foundation. The stance is our foundation. So we're going to face it, we're going to unload our gun, and we're going to dry fire it first. This is going to be 2 shots. Now, all right, we're gonna check to make sure our gun's unloaded, nothing to feed it, nothing in its mouth, nothing to feed it, nothing in its mouth, okay? Like I said, we are going to be doing 2 shots in a row on this one, all right? So our stance needs to be very firm. The reason we're having the second shot is because of the second drill we did with the stripe target. So make sure our gun isn't hanging up. Now these shots are going to be pretty quick, but not fast, okay? So it's not like we're going bang, bang. We're going to keep a very nice medium cadence. All right, we're gonna present out. Bang, bang, okay? We're watching our sights, we're feeling our body. Something to help you with this to make sure you're doing your stance correctly is setting up a side camera. Now you can just set up your phone sideways so that you can watch your stance and see and pick a point on your shoulder and see if you're moving back as you're shooting. The more rounds you shoot in a row, the more you'll be able to see your body move back or stay the same. So that's why we're shooting 2 shots. We're gonna do it again. Bang, bang. Okay. When you're ready, go ahead and load up. All right, mine lifted a little bit, so I'm gonna sink into it a little bit more, pull my shoulders into socket. When I'm ready, present out. There we go. I did not hang that time. Good. Yeah, I gotta count the rounds in my mag. All right, now I'm going to show you what it looks like from a side camera angle of when I'm letting my stance go. Okay, I felt that move me back. okay? I felt that again. I felt myself rocking. So I'm going to push my toes into the ground, grab the ground with my toes, bring my head forward, pull my arms into socket. Good. That felt really good. Good. So, and those are the 3 stance drills to help check your stance, test your stance, and help you bring your stance into a position that you really love and you can do time after time after time again.